Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel, and welcome again to our channel. In this video, I want us to discuss about the resignation of Meg Whitman, the U.S. ambassador to Nairobi, Kenya, and what it means to the DV Lottery 2025 winners, and more so, those ones who will be having their interviews in Nairobi. Friends, before you go far, it's always our humble request that you consider subscribing to this channel if you have not done so. For our returning subscribers, welcome home. The Nairobi Embassy, it does conduct DV Lottery interviews to many citizens of many neighboring countries like Somaliland, Uganda, Tanzania, and sometimes citizens from Rwanda, Burundi, who manages to transfer their cases to Nairobi Embassy. They always have an opportunity and a chance to be interviewed from the Nairobi Embassy. So the resignation of Meg Whitman did not come as a surprise because it has happened before, and whenever there is change of guard or change of government, either from Democrat to Republican and vice versa. So what of concern is how our resignation is going to affect the running of the embassy, and to be specific, the DV Lottery visa interviews, now that the Trump administration is taking over. If I take you back to the year 2020, the then U.S. ambassador to Nairobi, Kel McCarter, had to resign immediately when Trump lost the 2020 USA elections, and his resignation took a huge toll on DV Lottery visa interviews for DV Lottery 2022 selectees. Actually, during this time, the U.S. Embassy in Nairobi was operating at its lowest and offering only essential services and visa services to the U.S. citizens. It also took long for the U.S. Senate to approve the appointment of Meg Whitman as the new ambassador to Kenya at that time. So, what saved the 2022 DV Lottery winners was their unity of purpose. They came together and formed a very big online group where they could exchange ideas and at the same time sharing their dissatisfactions on the way the U.S. Embassy in Nairobi was operating. They could go online on the U.S. Embassy pages and write there that they need more DV Lottery interviews for Nairobi, and after a few months of tweeting and retweeting, the embassy gave in and started calling in more DV 2022 visa interviews. This positive progress on the visa interview appointment continued until the time Meg Whitman came in and doubled the number of the DV Lottery interviews that were being scheduled each day. This led to many of the DV Lottery 2022 selectees being interviewed before the end of the fiscal year for that period, even though there were effects of COVID. But once the ambassador was in place, in office, the process of DV lottery interviews started running so smoothly. And since then, Nairobi Embassy has been doing very well in scheduling DV lottery interviews. And actually, in the last DV lottery fiscal year for DV 2024, Nairobi was ranked as one of the best performing embassy in terms of DV lottery interviews. So guys, after saying all that, you can now agree with me that the designation of Meg Whitman is likely to slow down the DV lottery interviews until and up to the time when Trump administration will appoint a new ambassador to Kenya. The other thing that should worry you is in the Trump administration, it is perceived that they are going to have strict and punitive immigration laws which are likely to affect all other visas to the United States where the DV lottery visas are also concerned. They say immigration laws are somehow relaxed with Democrat administrations compared to Republican administration. So guys, with the strict immigration laws coming, let's prepare and have all the necessary documents that are needed for your visa interviews so as to avoid any unnecessary visa denials, visa delays, visa refusals, and avoid at all times to be put in administrative processing because of lacking or missing one or two documents during your interview, more especially the police clearance from the countries which you have stayed or you have lived in for a period of more than 1 year since you were at the age of 18. So make sure that you get all those documents in time. Now that you are waiting for your 2NLs to come, it is an opportunity for you to get the police clearances from all the countries, because if you are going to be put on administrative processing, some other times, because of the strict immigration laws which are coming, you never know when you may be rescheduled for the interview. To avoid all those, have everything in place as you go for your interviews and make sure that you do your best and get the visas. As you are waiting for your 2NL also, you need to always be having everything in place, have a document from your host and other things that are required before you go for your interviews. From us, wish you the best and success as you prepare, and let the visas be all yours. See you in our next video. Bye bye.